Hello again and welcome to Rage Against the Dice. Today we're going to be building Bosch. You guys know what these are? These are the gorgeous models from Shadespire. And I remember to learn the names. Stormcast. Corn. I always know corn. Corn are my jams. First thing you're going to do is going to take a set of clippers. Any clippers will be fine. I'm going to, since I'm using a blade, I'm going to not look through my viewfinder and I'm actually going to just look down yonder. Yep, so clip that out. Clip this guy out. And that's obviously his body. Maybe his base is the base at the top. We'll soon see, shan't we? Being very careful not to damage any of the parts. First thing we're going to check is whether this model is actually plug and play, as we were suspecting it may be. Yeah. Is this base we need? Got the wrong base off? Woe is me. And these bases are gorgeous, by the way. I'm very much loving Games Workshop's whole textured bases. That was the word I couldn't think of. Textured bases. Alright, so let's have a look. So that bit plugs together, and then it'll plug onto his base just fine. Now all I need to do is find his head. Or head. So that head belongs to him. This guy's head. So this guy's head is there, that guy's head is there. I mean, this guy's head is this one. Stands to reason. Is it? Yes, it is. No, that didn't work. Look at those hands. Always dirty because they're covered in paint. Because I paint a lot. So no, the head's not really going to go in unless I glue it. So they're not fully plug and play. So I'm just going to pop them apart. I would be gluing it anyway. It was just more for sort of the board gamers who are maybe getting into something like this. Trying to separate this body without damaging him. Oh, this isn't going well at all, is it? There you go. Next thing you're going to need is your craft knife. And you can use any manufacturer of craft knife you wish. And again, because I'm using points, I'm not going to mess around and I'm not going to look through the lens. I'm just going to work on it normally. So this is actually really good in terms of mold lines and things like that, although it might be another story once we get it sprayed. That can often be the case. So some people don't like to use a craft knife for taking off bits of moulding and stuff, and that's absolutely fine. There's actually a tool, a really good tool from Games Workshop, which is like a mould line remover. It works really, really well, apparently. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish off cleaning off these bits and pop the rest of the bits off their sprues, because you guys don't need to see that. And then we're going to continue on with gluing them together. But yeah. So we've learned that they're not necessarily 100% plug and play. Back in a moment with some cleaned up models. So there you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 models almost cleaned up. Just the bases to go. And with that, it's just a scraping motion. Or if you want to do it the other way, be careful of your thumbs. You can just go down and pick them off like that. You can also do it with a file. As I said, you can use something like a mold line remover or something like that. The point of it is you're just taking them off just to give that base a smoother look. I'm really glad that these come on circular bases instead of hex bases, because it means that they can be used in your normal Age of Sigmar army. And there's either already been rules or rules are going to come onto the website for them. So I've been told. I could be very wrong. If you guys know, feel very free to drop me a message in the comments and let me know. I'm sure there's a few of you here who've modelled for a number of years who, whenever you see someone scrape the craft knife towards them like that, freaks out. I've tried to do it other ways. It just doesn't seem to work for me. I'm using today Army Painter plastic glue, but you can use Games Workshop glue, you can use super glue, anything you want. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue around the base, stick him on. There you have it. It just plugs in like that. Really, really simple. Now this is my favourite of them, this one guy here. I'm not a big fan of top knots in general, whether they be on models or otherwise. But of them, he happens to be one of my favourites. So again, plastic glue, tiny bit there. And then, pop. Beautiful. So he is virtually, well, he is plug and play really, isn't he? This guy again's probably very much plug and play. Yeah, plastic glue there, having problems. What I usually use, it's just I've ran out. And I was so eager to put these together that I couldn't wait. Is I use a Revel plastic glue with a pin style needle. They're my particular preference when it comes to plastic glues. But as I said, I had this from like a building set. I've had it for some time. My plastic glues ran out, so I just am using this. So yeah, that's a thing. And then boop. And he's pretty cool. So one thing I didn't mention is how awesome the instruction manual is. It's really, really simple. It shows you all the different colour bits so you know what plugs into where. And it's the same on the other side with the Stormcast/Sigmarites. Which I've kind of just got into the habit of calling them that now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the other three, and then we're going to come back and see them all done. And then we're going to look at the Stormcast models that are absolutely beautiful. They really are. So back in a moment, guys. So here you have them. And if you want to get a better look of them, you can see them on our Instagram, which is @RageAgainstDice. So now, I guess it's time to move on to the Stormcast. So here we have them in the cool blue colour, and there's only 3 of these guys. And I won't be building them fully, because I believe... Oh, going to start clipping them together and see, but some of them, especially guys with big shields, that might get stuck on separately. So as always, I'll sort of plug and play one together, see how it fits, and then what I'll do is I'll go around and I'll clean up the rest, and then we'll show you once we're at that kind of stage with it. So being very, very careful not to damage anything, because it's absolutely beautiful model. So here you go. I'm guessing this is the guy with a hammer, and if so, he's my absolute favourite of them anyway. So that's fortunate. Sorry, I just realised I'd been silent there. I was too busy admiring the detail on this bad boy. And I know that sounds a bit silly, but I couldn't help myself, because some of these details are fantastic. This is going to be another one I can't pop back open again, isn't it? Without damaging it. Although I didn't damage the last one in the end. There you go. See guys, it's why we keep one slightly longer nail for separating models. Bosh. Don't think it's that one. Yeah, slightly longer head guy. Here we go. Bosh. So yeah, this guy will easily plug and play together. What I am going to do now is I'm just going to glue him together. And then as I did with the Cornate models, I will do the same again. I will stupid glue. I'll then finish off the rest and then show them all together. Now with this one, I know you'll notice that I haven't cleaned it up. I'm going to clean it up once it's built. Some models you can do that with, some you can't. But I think this one's going to be okay too. And that's not to say that's a guarantee, and you may hear me change my mind very shortly afterwards. And this is why I hate plastic glues and tubes. Like a slightly dryish bit gets wedged. You can see there where it's just squidged out on the end. That's not even the right base. It's one of those days, isn't it? Oh, he gets the cool head thing on, that's why. So yeah, this video should be called Rage Against the Fail. There we go. So it goes like so. No. Yes. Yes. There you go. And he's all like, hello. That's just cool. I don't know what that noise was, but there you go. And then his arms just slot in like that. And I will glue these arms in because I think he'll still be easy enough to paint. As you can see, I still need to do some cleaning up on him, as I said. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the other 3 together because they're all very self-explanatory. You can see here very quickly, and then I'll just show you what those guys all look like. So, back in a bit, guys. So, here they are. I don't know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey, that guy's got his shield on. I thought you weren't going to. This is true. I wasn't going to. However, one thing that I did forget about was that I wasn't going to stick that shield on. So in the end, I glued it on by mistake. Mainly because I was having so much fun building them. They're really, really simple to do. As you can see, there's only 8 models in total. They all look beautiful. I can't wait to get some undercoat on them and then get them painted, which will go up on our Instagram and our Twitter, again, at Rage Against Dice. But yeah, I don't have much more to say, really. They clip together really nicely. Very limited amount of cleaning up needed. They all look beautiful. They've all got individuality to them, and I can't wait to get them painted and show you guys them. So as always, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications, and thanks for watching this with me, guys. Pray the dice gods and hope they smile upon you.